Hi there. I'm going to talk a little bit more about coaching sessions and how they work. Now, you may be interested to learn that when we founded the Alternative Board 35 years ago, we actually didn't do the coaching. We actually only had the boards. And we learned very quickly that valuable as the boards were, they didn't work standalone as well as we thought they would. What we would typically find is that during the first 6 months of forming a board, all the members got a lot of value. They were very excited every single time a board meeting came round. But from 6 months onwards, we started to see a slow decline of the board and regular attendance started to wane. And eventually the board would fizzle out completely. So we sat back to try and work out why this was happening and what we needed to do about it. And what we realized is that most SME business owners do not have a strong vision for themselves and for their business, and therefore they don't have long-term goals and strategies of how they're going to get there. So most are only thinking maybe a week or 2 weeks ahead of time, so they're thinking very tactically. So what we were seeing during the first 6 months was that people were enthusiastically coming along to a board meeting because they had an immediate issue in front of them that they wanted to be able to solve and get over. And they did this very successfully. And therefore their business was getting much more smooth to run and much easier to run over time. And around the 6 month part, you would find that somebody would have a meeting come up and think, I don't have a topic to present at the next meeting. And therefore they would choose not to attend. Now, that might have worked out okay for them, but that wasn't fair to the other members of the board that now missed on their input to their issues. And what we would see is over the next few months, this would happen more and more often. More and more people would stop attending and eventually it would fizzle out. So what we realized we needed to do was to complement the boards with a one-on-one business owner coaching session. And in that session, we would work with the business owners to ensure that they developed a strong vision of where they needed to be and those long-term goals and strategies. Because if they had those in place, they would always have something that's blocking them from where they are now to where they wanted to be, and therefore always have a topic to bring to the next board meeting that's going to get them closer to their vision. So now, as it stands today, we combine a 4-hour board meeting with a minimum of a 1-hour coaching session each month. Now, you can offer longer coaching, more frequent coaching. You can coach the teams as well, and obviously package and price accordingly. But we don't recommend doing board only, just because our experience shows that it's rarely successful. You can, on the other hand, do coaching only. Some people are just not appropriate for boards. They just don't suit that environment, or maybe you don't have a board that is an ideal fit for them, at which point you can offer coaching only. However, there's less differentiation in the coaching only model than there is in the peer advisory boards. So our recommendation is, where possible, have the combination of peer advisory boards and the coaching, as not only does it give it differentiation, but the peer advisory boards are a key reason why we managed to achieve retention on average of 5.3 years compared to the industry average of 12 to 18 months.